Hey, what's up, everybody? GleeCon back. Bam, bam, bam. Coming at you again with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to continue our in-game lore of the side content stuff. We're just past, we're kind of in between the expansion for Warcraft 2 and kicking off Warcraft 3. Last time we talked about Lich King and the birth of the Lich King. And now we're going to continue with a book called Icecrown and the Frozen Throne. So we know that Ner'zhul is in this space ice diamond hard place there by Kil'jaeden, and that's kind of all we really know so far. Except we know that he's going to be his mission by Kil'jaeden is to spread the scourge everywhere. So stay a while and listen as we read this book. You can find it in a few places. You can find it, as is typical for stuff of this material, in Scholomance and Stratholme. You can also find this one in the Scarlet Monastery. But if you don't want to go dungeon hunting, if you're Horde, you can find it right here in the Apothecarium in Undercity. And if you are Alliance, you can find a copy in Goldshire. Probably by, like, that Warlock dude in the inn. And here we go. Kil'jaeden cast Ner'zhul's icy cask back into the world of Azeroth. The hardened crystal streaked across the night sky and smashed into the desolate Arctic continent of Northrend, burying itself deep within the ice-crowned glacier. The frozen crystal, warped and scarred by its violent descent, came to resemble a throne, and Ner'zhul's vengeful spirit soon stirred within it. From the confines of the frozen throne, Ner'zhul began to reach out his vast consciousness and touch the minds of Northrend's native inhabitants. With little effort, he enslaved the minds of many indigenous creatures, including ice trolls and fierce Wendigo, and he drew their evil brethren into his growing shadow. His psychic powers proved to be almost limitless, and he used them to create a small army that he housed within Icecrown's twisting labyrinths. As the Lich King mastered his growing abilities under the Dreadlord's persistent vigil, he discovered a remote human settlement on the fringe of the vast dragonflight. On a whim, Ner'zhul decided to test his powers on the unsuspecting humans. Ner'zhul cast a plague of undeath, which had originated from deep within the frozen throne, out into the Arctic wasteland. Controlling the plague with his will alone, he drove it straight into the human village. Within 3 days, everyone in the settlement was dead, but shortly thereafter the dead villagers began to rise as zombified corpses. Ner'zhul could feel their individual spirits and thoughts, as if they were his own. The raging cacophony in his mind caused Ner'zhul to grow even more powerful, as if their spirits provided him with much-needed nourishment. He found it was child's play to control the zombies' actions and steer them to whatever end he wished. Over the following months, Ner'zhul continued to experiment with his plague of undeath by subjugating every human inhabitant of Northrend. With his army of undead growing daily, he knew that the time for his true test was nearing. So it's building up to Warcraft 3, but it's also setting the stage for what will be the second expansion for this game, which is Wrath of the Lich King. Pretty cool. My personal favorite one. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching, listening, and tuning in. As always, this is GleeCon, signing off with another episode of Lore of Warcraft in the pipe, 5x5.